Hey Jake. Okay, microphone check. It looks like I'm audible. Great. Hey Hammond. I hope I wasn't too loud. I guess I need to reduce microphone sensitivity a little bit. Okay, hello everyone. I hope my microphone sounds fine enough and the music isn't too loud. If it is, please let me know. Hello, I'm Stan, developer of MapToPlay, and today I want to show you how you can utilize the new features on the platform, such as Editor, V2, and a road constructor, and all other things. I would try to cover everything. And I will remove my beautiful face from the stream to not cover anything, so green only, I guess. Let me check if it's fine on stream now. Sounds good. Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, there's a huge latency. I'm just waiting while my second laptop will update the stream. Okay, the screen is visible. Great. So, let's start with basic things. First of all, I decided that trying to make a map on the stream is a bad idea because I'm doing it really slow, and this time I will just showcase the features one by one instead of trying to create a map. So I will we'll take a random place and go through everything. So where to start? So when we create in a project, let me switch to the area instantly. We can switch here to satellite imagery. So how it works? So as you can see, I just switched to satellite imagery, but how it works? I need to go to Teams page here, and I need to create credentials. So I will use token, like this one. For MapTiler, I have it already. So this is my token, it's hidden. So you can go to the MapTiler page and obtain your API key, it's free. And once you have it here, you can use it for satellite imagery preview. So, okay, let's start. So project name is optional. Let's make it stream, I don't know. Wizard is the easiest approach, like this one. I made a map using your generator. It's great to hear that, but I guess you're referring to maps for FS right now, if you call it generator. So blank project is basically if you want to create it from scratch, like with no terrain, by sculpting it and so on. From backup, you can download the backup of your project first and then upload it back. Description is optional. Worker, you don't need to select it. After is fine. So next step is a game. So here you can actually select a game from supported ones. They have different statuses here. So for example, Farming Simulator 22 has a preview status, which means I added it recently. It's not yet tested properly. I mean, I tested it all, of course, but there's a lot of edge cases and so on. So you can also use favorites only, for example, like this one. If you're not interested in different games and do want to see it and find it, so you can just fave the game and so on. But it's not for me because I need to test all the games. So next step, area. Where the hell is my widget? Okay, cool. I just broken it. Why? Okay, let me refresh the page. So it's a usual stream cures when you're making a live stream and everything breaks suddenly. So let me check. Farming Simulator 22. Okay, yeah. So for casual users, I only recommend using those presets here instead. Oh, could you please move the dog out of here? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Sorry. We have found stray puppy in the street, and it's living in our house now. And apparently our older dog doesn't like it. So, so the presets, you can control everything in pixels and meters, so you can customize the size. But if you are not sure what the hell is that, use the presets. So, as usual, I will take my beloved place in Serbia. Let me check the area. Yeah, I want to have a couple of buildings available. This one, great. And a little bit of water would be great too. Yep. So, it also explains how much units you need. So, what are the units? Let me open another page. So, you have your task units that being used for import tasks such as DTM, imagery, OSM, and for expert tasks. Your tier defines how many units you have at maximum. So once you use a unit, it will be replenished in 1 hour, and you can always click here and see when. So here it literally says you need 3 task units, and for example basic one has 10, so you can create 2 kilometers map in 1 hour and export both of them and still have units available. But if you will use higher maps, you will need more units, but once again you just wait until they replenished and everything will be picked up automatically. Okay, next step, DTM and DSM data, which is new. Because earlier I had only DTM but community asks that we need DSM providers. So let me say a couple of words about what the hell DSM is. So by default, the project wizard will suggest the best available provider. So for me, it's only SRTM. I don't have anything here. I try to search really hard, but nothing is available for Balkans. And once you turn on this thing, include DSM providers, you will be able to use DSM data. But you should be aware that DSM data literally has the surface data. Everything, buildings, forest, all of that will be in your terrain. So if you don't know how to deal with it, don't use it, because it's mostly for advanced guys who know what DSM is and who knows how to deal with it, how to fix all these jumps, remove all these trees and so on. So by default, don't turn it on and don't use DSM if you're not aware of what it is. You can also upload your DOT for PNG, and if you have access to high quality DTM data, but it cannot be added to MapToPlay's DTM provider because the model is like email us, pay us, or whatever. So if you obtain it somewhere, you can upload your head data here. But I would recommend uploading GeoTIFF file, not PNG, because processing GeoTIFF stuff, it's not like a straightforward task for people who don't understand what it is. It's a lot of stuff here, really a lot. So I don't think that anyone will be able to process geo stuff without specific knowledge to make it align with other data. So in most cases, it will be completely broken and unaligned. So, but if you know how to do it, you can upload PNG. Next step is public OSM or your custom OSM file, which is pretty obvious and straightforward. And the pre-processing here is mostly for shitty OSM data. So, for example, you have a forest, this huge forest has a roads inside of it, and no one bothered to slice the forest into two parts, and the road is literally cutting through it. It also applies to the fields. It's pretty common shit to have gigantic field, like, I don't know, 20 kilometers and all the roads inside of it. It's a complete mess. So this, after processing, tries to slice and make the input data better. So in most scenarios, I would recommend to turn this off, unless you're in a region where some beautiful OSM guys made it perfectly. There's a lot of stuff like that in Germany. For example, I saw that it's really beautiful, nothing like that. So if you're from Germany, in many scenarios, you can turn it off. And the imagery, the same stuff. You select the best available provider, or fall back to Sentinel, which is... I don't want to use bad words about the provider who gives global coverage for everything entirely for free. But you should be aware that the quality is not good here. And please do not ask me about Google Maps anymore. I'm not allowed to use this data anywhere. It's against the Google's rules, so yeah. It will never be in MapToPlay or anywhere else. So yeah, it's against the Google rules, and same for Bing, for Esri, for all these providers. You are not allowed to use their data outside of their website and paid APIs, which also do not allow you to download it, even if you pay. And the fallback. So I won't be recommended turning off the fallback, because, for example, you selected high quality DTM provider, it doesn't have data for you, the task crashed. Okay, okay. Final step, review. You can see what you selected there and just create a project. And now the task will be started. So here you can see the in processing right now. And as you can see that I lost some of the units here, and I clearly see when they will be replenished. So for some reason, some people think that it's like a mobile game where you open the platform, you have like 10 credits or wherever, you lost them and goodbye. So it's not like that in MapToPlay. They're not here to try pull out the credit card for you. They're here just to structure the queue in a fair usage way, so everyone has have access to all the map sizes, and the platform not dying because of the overload. So let's open the tasks. And while I was talking, they all completed, I guess. And one more thing about the new task. Well, it's not really new, but some people are being confused about it. So it's imagery processing task, which was not here when we had editor v1. And since editor v2 has tiling system, to make it to improve the performance, I'm using the same tiling approach for imagery and based on the terrain. So once DTM data is downloaded and imagery data is downloaded, this task will start automatically. It does not using your units. For some reason it says it's using, but you clearly see that only 3 were used. I need to remove this remove this count. Anyways, it's automatic, but you need to wait when it's processed. It's pretty fast usually, like as you can see, 20 seconds. And yeah, you will receive all the notifications. You can also include notifications in your browser here, so the browser will send it to you. And I guess I received them, but yeah, I have do not disturb mode. So you can close the page and you will receive all your notifications when it's ready. Okay, so finally the project is ready. Let's open the page. So for example, your import task crashed. What you can do about it now? So in my scenario, it's not crashed, but imagine that you selected DTM provider, it's not available, or it does not have data for your place. You need to reprocess it. So you click here, and here you can upload data. You can select different provider. I don't have it, but if you will have options, you will see them as well. And once again, you can also use DSM provider here. So if the task is failed, and in some scenarios it can be like persistent. For example, you choose high quality DTM provider, but turned out it does not have data for your place. You need to use fallback or upload your stuff, so you use the reprocess stuff. And I guess we are finally here. We can click the open in the editor button. And here we are starting from the import. It's really important. Why? Because as you can see, I cannot export anything right now. It's because the data is stored in MapToPlay, but since the platform allows you to have multiple DTMs, multiple imagery, multiple vectors, the platform should know which one you want to export. And for this, it relies on the stuff you import in your editor. So let's import terrain data first. Then we import imagery. And then we import vector data, OSM data. And here's what we have here. Let's move here a little bit. My settings are here because I usually turn off the vectors when I don't need them. So yeah, this is how it looks. Let's go through some key points about what you have in editor. So let's go from the right side to the left side. This is obvious one. So you can click it to refresh the stuff from server to your editor. You won't need this feature, but here it is. In case, for example, you have a laptop, you were working in the editor, let your laptop go to sleep, you came back, you can click on it if it's not connected automatically, but it should. But anyways, in such a scenario, it can be useful. So hotkeys, you can edit the hotkeys for all the actions here. Just click on it, select what you want to use. It's pretty obvious. So I think like everything I have in tools and here wire two hotkeys, so you can actually change the hotkey for any button. Next, appearance. So yeah, the theme is pretty obvious. I prefer dark one. You can also adjust the environment, like turn it to solid or use atmosphere and all of that. So basically, it's only for visuals. So I will not dive into too much, but if you want to like play with it with sun, you're free to use it. So settings, and this one contains 3 presets: performance, balanced, and quality. So what those presets actually change. So you can edit amount of everything your editor shows for you and in which range. So for example, buildings meshes. You can have a city and you can have, I don't know, 10,000 buildings there. So it's a good idea to reduce view distance and reduce maximum available model count that your editor will show it to you, but it depends on the hardware. So those presets manage all the settings, because there's a lot of stuff that editor has. It has foliage, it has textures, it has vector data, it has models, and all of that. And with this one click, you can adjust how many stuff you can see and how detailed it is. And the second setting here, high quality tile window. Let me remove everything so we can only see imagery and terrain. So right now I will set it to 1. So right now editor only loads 1 tile, as you can see. So yeah, it applies both to terrain and imagery. So I hope on the stream you can clearly see where the edge between high quality and low quality data. I'm not sure because it can damage the quality of what I have on my screen. And if I will go to the next tile, I will only see 1. If I increase it, it will load more tiles. But be careful with it, because those are native tiles. So for example, you can use DTM provider with quality less than 1 pixel per meter. That means that you can have enormous size of DTM data. So be sure that your PC is strong enough to increase this thing. And actually, I don't think that there is real reason to increase this high quality tile window, because when you're working on a map, like you're usually doing it closely, so you won't be like, okay, I will edit the road here in 2 kilometers from me, right? So it's up to you. You can increase it, but keep in mind that it can be heavy for your machine. I'm surprised with huge progress in this project. Fantastic job. Maybe consider being rate layered. Hey man, I believe yeah, you were asking about this. You were asking about this place, and the truth is, okay, guys who will be watching the stream, you can skip a couple of minutes. It will be boring stuff right now. So I will say this straight. Once you asked about this earlier, I literally go to Yosem and started working on that map that you were asking about. And actually, that was this moment when I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to do it anymore. That's the moment when I completely decided that maps for FS can't continue like that, because it's too much work. You're editing OSM data, then you feed it to maps for FS, then you see output and like, okay, I messed this up, let's generate it again and again. And actually, this is a moment when I decided to move to MapToPlay. I was thinking about it for a long time, but that was the final moment when I said, fuck all of that. I will not be working with YOSM and Maps4FS anymore. Okay, let's get back to normal stuff. So layout. So here are the settings that basically allow you to manage where everything will appear, what's the size of it, some other stuff. So actually, I think it's pretty obvious stuff, and I will not be diving into it. And unlock layout allows you to drag everything, move everything, and so on. Compact view just removes those things, because I don't think they provide too much value, but anyways. And manage layouts allows you to save your layout, and it will be available inside your team. So if you have a team with other members, you can use the same layout, like, hey, see how cool layout I created. We can use the same. Re-import. So imagine that you were doing something and at some point you were like, oh my god, I messed this up completely some time ago, so Control Z does not work for me anymore, and I need to do something with it. Yeah, that's the moment when you can re-import your terrain, vector, or imagery. Actually, I don't think you would ever need to re-import imagery unless you selected different provider and downloaded it. But anyways, this one just checks the ping to the server, and Windows allows you to hide and show the windows. So for example, I usually don't use history at all. So for me, it's enough to have Ctrl Z, and I never open this window at all. So you can simply hide it, like click here on history and it will disappear like that. But let me, okay, I don't need it. Anyways, integrations. This is features that it was not officially released. Like, it's working, but I didn't officially announce it yet. But I saw that some guys already using it. But I currently blocked it for only Patreon subscribers, because it's not finished yet enough, and I just want to allow them using this AI stuff while I'm thinking how to allow it for usage for basic subscription. Anyways, I will go to it later a little bit, but basically you just add your API token here and you can generate your buildings or whatever models right here in editor using meshing. And finally, the checklist. So a couple of words about the checklist. When you open the editor, it should be the very first button you click here, because after the imports, of course. That's why I highlighted it. That's why it's pulsing and trying to bring your attention. I don't like throwing pop-ups in users' faces, so I'm trying to highlight it like that. So this is what you need to do in your project, and I actually using it myself because sometimes I'm forgetting that I need to make terrain modifiers before adjusting the terrain, because they are one shot. That means that if you created a river and then you, oh shit, I forgot to blur terrain, when you blur terrain, it will blur your river. So yeah, plateau and blur modifiers should be first. So that's pretty much the same as everything for the buttons here. And let's use our checklist now. So import already finished. Now we can use terrain modifiers where I can find them. Here I select terrain and this magic wand. So yeah, my checklist. Let me move modifiers here. And yeah, first of all, I'm usually adding plateau like all the time, just in case, because I don't know, what if I would want to add like deep river somewhere. The plateau is always good. You click the button and you wait, because it's all happening right on the client. Right in your browser, it downloads terrain data, rises them, and uploads them back. So when you're working with the editor, everything happens on your machine. Not everything, but most of the heavy part is going to work on your machine. So the server only says like, okay, you can proceed, go and do whatever you want and send me back the data after it. And while it's processing, I will mute myself for, I don't know, 30 seconds. Okay, this modifier has finished. Now we need the same for blur. So I have a shitty DTM provider, so my favorite value for ASRTM is 30 meters, 35 meters, and there's one good rule I found, that the basic rule for blurring for Farming Simulator is like your DTM quality is your blur value. So with minimum of 3. So if you're working with DTM quality of 30 meters, you can use value of 30. And if you're working with DTM data of 10 meters, you can use 10 value, but you can play with it. So I will apply blur. Since the terrain data is tiled, there is a very complex algorithm to apply blur, because you cannot blur each tile separately, otherwise they will break. So I mean, on stitches it's obvious enough. If you blur separate images and try to combine them, they will not work, and you cannot load the entire DTM in your browser RAM. So there's a very complex algorithm working in the background to blur the data in an appropriate way. And once again, I will blur myself and sorry, I will mute myself and wait a little bit. Okay, the terrain has been blurred, and we can continue with our checklist right now. So some of the points can be marked automatically. You can see this after. So the browser catches what you're doing and it can pick it up. But some actions cannot be catched automatically, so they will not be catched automatically, okay? And you can click on them manually, such as edit vectors. So let's enable vectors, and let's work a little bit. And a couple of words about the tools. I will not cover them right now all of them at one pass because they will be relevant in different scenarios. So first of all, the navigate settings. When you are in navigate tool, you can use mouse scroll to change the zoom value, right? And you can also hold the right mouse button to move the camera, and you can also hold the left mouse button to do something like that, like pick the terrain and move the camera around. So sometimes it can be handy. And now let's work with what? Actually, what is it? It says forests. Okay, so how to add forests? It's pretty straightforward. You select the layer here, and you can have them grouped differently, like mixed forest or broadleaf forest, depending on your OSM data. And when importing your data, you can use your custom collection. This life could have not came at a better time. Yeah, I hope it's not a sarcasm. Okay. Hello and welcome here. Sorry. So when working with modifiers, you can apply the. There's some differences, but there's some special modifiers, and I hope I will cover them, that cannot be applied on entire layer or entire category, but most of them can be applied on any level. So what does it mean? If you are lazy as me, and you are not like, oh, I will create different forests in any place, how they look in real life, you can simply go like, okay, I will make all the forests the same. So you click on the entire forest group, forest layer, and select object distribution modifier. So it's basically you describing, I can never get terrain modifier to complete, it always fails. So make a screenshot, post it on Discord, and that's it. And I will check what's happening there. Object distribution modifier, it basically defines how the stuff will be splitted across the feature, the polygon, or the polyline. So spacing is basically distance between the trees. I will increase it because if you have a lot of forest, you will have a lot of trees. If you have a lot of trees, Giants editor will just crash when you open it. And by a lot of trees, I mean thousands, hundreds of thousands. So I would recommend like 50,000 of trees. It's enough. 30M is bad. Yes, it's pretty bad, and I think I already said about it. But sometimes it's what you have. Not everything covered, but with high quality DTM data. And if you have a source of data for your location where you can pay for it, you can go pay, buy your stuff and upload it to the platform. So jitter, it's how random the trees or the stuff will be distributed. So I usually increase this value. And the edge buffer is the distance to the edge of the feature. So basically, if you don't want your trees to be standing right on the edge, if your polygon is end of the polygon is near your road, do not make it lower. And the seed is just like a rule, so you can reproduce the exact same results. Okay, applied to all the forests. I don't need to do anything right now. I can simply go to the trees collection. Make sure that you selected the stuff to which you applied the modifier. So for example, I did it for forests, and you can select the trees, like everything you want. And if you select one tree will be there, and if you select a lot of them, they will be randomly distributed. This is my favorite trees, and this is the preview. I can disable vector stuff, enable textures, and see how it looks, and bring back the vector data. So this is how you can create forests. The next step, so yeah, I will click it, it's completed. The checklist already picked up automatically the forest. Now it suggests the water. So water is not like very hard to add, but we have two scenarios here. Let me check where it is. Do I have it? Yeah. So two scenarios for water. Polylines, such as drainage and all of that, and polygons, and they're slightly different. We can open the water, and we have here drainage and open water, and as you can see, sometimes some of them are polylines, and for polylines we need a buffer, so we can apply buffer for it. So for example, I don't know, 3 meters or something. And once the buffer is applied, the polyline is turned to something volumetric, you know, because if you don't apply buffer, you cannot subtract terrain from it, because it's simply a line. The editor must need to know what the width of your feature should be used. And once we have buffered the polylines, we can apply depth modifier, but I will use it on category, because in my opinion the lake probably will be deeper than the drainage. So we use modifier depth, I don't know, let's set 4 meters or something, and steepness, this steepness is fine for me for drainage, and just apply it, and wait until it processes all the affected terrain tiles. Okay, so now let's check. I will disable vectors, and here is my beautiful drainage. Sorry. Now let's apply depth for open water, and for this I will use where is depth higher and steepness lower, like 60% or something. And same way it will apply depth to affected terrain tiles. We just need to wait a little bit. And the next step would be to define the height of set for water. So basically the distance from the edge of the water, from the top, okay, from the surface to the surface of the water. If you, I hope it makes sense. So drainage, we will use height of set, like I don't know, something like that. And for open water, we will use bigger height of set, I don't know, like 3 meters or something. So once we carved the terrain under water features and applied height of set, we can use the water collection. Here it is. Just click apply, and the meshes will appear here. And where is the mesh for my? I think I just made it. Oh, sorry, I applied not to entire water, but applied to open water only. So I will click here once again. And here is my drainage, here is my lake or pond, I don't know how to name it properly. And once again, checklist. So water is completed, great. Now let's proceed to the buildings. So buildings. For buildings, there is one feature I would like to show about categories. But I'm not sure in my scenario it will work, because I'm not sure if I have any OSM data for that. But here's the deal. Let's go to modifiers and use the classify modifier. So what does it mean? On OSM data, you can usually find those polygons like residential, commercial, whatever else. And we here simply select the land use layer, and this basically works like that. This building polygon is on land use commercial, so I will change the category of this building to commercial. That's it. It's optional because you can adjust any building manually, but for procedural placement, like when you click one button and buildings are there, you can use this feature. Oh yeah, I have some. Yeah, so as you can see, I had everything uncategorized, but now I have 2 residential and 3 farmyard buildings. Great. So at the end I have some OSM data for it. Let's go to the checklist. Great building foundation. So what does it mean? Let's go find some building here. There's the building, and I will put myself here on the ground. And as you can see, it's not a foundation for a building. And even if you'll be working with high quality DTM data, it does not guarantee that you will have perfect foundation. So here we can simply use the following idea. But before that, one more modifier I would like to show you. So this is a pretty complex footprint for a building. And obviously there's no such a building in farming simulators that will fit perfectly in this footprint. So to make it simpler, we can use rectangulate modifier. It basically turns all the stuff, all the polygons into rectangles. And for example, this one is too big. No, I'm using incorrect tool. So I want to scale it. And I can select the transform tool, and here I can select resize, and holding shift I can adjust its size, so something like that. And right now all the buildings now have rectangle footprints, which can be easier to find the best suggestion. So what's next? Now let's give them a real foundation. So grade modifier. So you select the layer, the category, or single polygon, and apply the grade modifier. You can adjust the settings for the edge, how to calculate it, but in most scenarios it doesn't really matter. So we apply grade modifier, and then the footprint for the building will be flat, and it will be easier to place the building, and that's probably it. So now we can put the building here. It will be it will have straight foundation. So we can select the building, the buildings layer, and we can go to the buildings. So there's 2 options how you can work with them. Manually, you can select the polygon and select the building that matches. So let me show you. So when you select the polygon, it will adjust the best building by the footprint size. So here we have 96% match. So it mostly should work fine here. And this one, water tower, yeah, it's also pretty good one. Let me remove the highlight thing. So this is how you can select the specific building for your place, or you can apply them in a batch manner. And I guess it's a better approach, because in some scenarios you can create something like close to the real life, but in most others you don't care about it. So there is a strict category match checkbox here. What does it mean? So as you can see, I have like farmyard, residential, production, or whatever on OSM, And when they are categorized, if you enable it, it will search only from the group, from the category that matches the category of the feature. And it will provide better results, but it also will shrink the availability of the buildings. So you probably will have less things, less buildings, and more empty spaces. Max different size is basically the maximum difference. So for example, your footprint is 20 meters on each side, and if you increase it, you will allow to put there, I don't know, like 40 meters and so on, which will make your life easier in placing buildings, but they will not match the data. They will not match the OSM data. So let's click apply. Let me unselect it first. So I selected buildings. I do not want to use strict category match. The default value of 30%. So I just click apply, and that's it. In some scenarios, they can be putted not like perfectly. So you simply click on it and rotate, and you can also move them if you want. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's for a second open Google Maps. I want to open Google Maps and check this place, what we have here on Google Maps. Where it is. So this is the place. I will do it like that. So so this is the building here. So what it is. And I can go to Street View and see what we have here. Yeah, it's not really good because we have this thing here that doesn't allow me to see the building. It's bad. Someone built a fence here. It's a beautiful fence, but I cannot use it as a reference for me. Yeah, let's use some different building. Maybe here. Maybe here. But those buildings are not on OSM anyways. Let's go to a different place. Here. Where is there's a road. Oh no, it's here. Yeah. So for example, this building, this green house, looks great. Yep. So what I will do right now, I will make a screenshot. Side 1. Maybe something like that. Side 3. Not sure if it's a good angle because it's because it overlaps with a different building, but anyways, let's try. What will happen? This is pretty bad. This is really bad because it covers the building. So what I'm trying to do right now is to show you this integration feature. So this building is here, but it's missing on my I will add it to uncategorized. So I will just draw a bounding box here or something like that. So right now I have a building, and let's enable the textures, and I will go to integrations, mesh AI, validate token. I'm not sure if my API token is alive, but I mean, I don't remember if I continue my subscription on Meshi. So here I will go to models. This is the model I already generated earlier, and now I can click generate with integration. I select the token, I validated it, realistic, fully textured model of residential building. And here, the important part. Hey, yeah, actually, I already married you, so thanks for your support here. This is my wife here. So you can upload your references, like this one, 3 of them. So right now I'm using third-party integration of AI model generation, and you can use it. And when you will be using it, as I mentioned earlier, I did not release it officially, so I would say it's in the testing stage. But still, if you will be using it, remember that you must provide the references for best results. Otherwise, it will be building only from prompt, like completely random, and validate, queue, and that's it. So right now, the mesh will try to generate the building. It will take, I don't know, some time, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20. So we just leave it here. But anyways, AI is generating the model here. So yeah, let's move to a different part for now. Checklist. Great building foundations. We already did it. So we can complete this step. What's next? The electricity, and it's time for me to create some features by myself. Why? Because in my same I do not have any electricity at all. But before we dive into it, I think I will skip the part with electricity and work with fields, I guess. What else? Electricity, decorations, because I want to show you how road constructor works together with electricity stuff and all of that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's continue with fields. So, when we are working in MapToPlay, this is important to understand the concept of playable area. So what is a playable area? Let me remove the textures, let me remove some vectors. So this is the entire area, like 6 kilometers. But the playable part of it will be only this bounding box in center. That means that that the outside of stuff will be only background terrain. There can be buildings, roads, and all that, but you cannot play there. So gameplay elements such as fields can only survive in your playable area. If you do not cut them, the expert will do it for you. But for best results, you can use it with your control, not like for random stuff. So in my scenario, I have real shit OSM data. I don't know who the hell made this, but it looks awful. So there's pretty clear that are separate fields, but somehow they merged. Okay, so what we need to do here, we need to work with bounds. What was cool if you can build models as needed on the fly, provided you have enough tokens. Yeah, but actually I'm pretty happy with Meshi, because so basic subscription costs like 16 bucks, and for 16 bucks you can generate somewhat around, I don't know, 50 models or something, and the quality is pretty decent for AI generation. It's not like it can replace AI modeler, I'm sorry, 3D modeler, but it's okay for your price. So I don't know if you will be able to find a person who will create for you, I don't know, 30 buildings for 16 bucks. But with AI tools you can do it. The fields and the bounds. So we have a special bounds layer here. One of the objects here is playable area bounds. This one, you cannot do anything with it. This is where your where the game can be played, right? But you can control some different things. So first of all, playable bounds. Playable bounds are invisible walls in your level. So if you do not add them here, they will be automatically created on the playable area. So like you hit the place where terrain ends, like invisible wall and so on. But you can adjust it, and here's why. Let's create it with an offset, and as you can see, I have the playable playable bounce here. So this is my invisible wall in my level. This is where my tractor hits it and can go any further. So yeah, I will make some useless shit here just to show you the idea. You can add new points and all of that. And oh, my model's ready. Yeah, cool. So let's go here. And here is my model. There's important stuff. It looks like crap here, but it's specifically destroyed for editor. So let's go to the page, to the assets page, models. And here we can see what actually Meshy created for me and how it will be exported in my map. And this is, yeah, this is a destroyed preview for you because you don't need like high quality preview in editor just to crash your browser. So this is the model, and yeah, okay, it's a pretty weird result, okay. But overall it's fine. Yes, this is something, but let me check. Maybe it's really had this hole inside of it. Oh yeah, it's really have a hole here, right? Oh, okay, so no offense taken for Meshy. So it did exactly, and it even tried to put the satellite antenna here. It looks ugly, but anyways, this is what you can get from AI. You can probably try to improve it, provide better references, better text prompts. So it's for you to play. But anyways, I don't know. It cost me like $1, I guess. I just click a couple of bounds, and this is what I have. Not bad, I think. And this model is yours. You can use it in commercial stuff and wherever. So this is your asset. You can download it from MapToPlay. It's also stored on Meshy AI, so it's yours, and you can reuse it in all your maps. This is important. If you're working not with one map but with multiple of them, you can reuse your assets. Here's an example of earlier stuff I generated with Meshy, and this one was pretty normal, I would say, not bad. So completely fine for the second like second row of buildings at all. Good from far, but far from good. Yes. But keep in mind the price. If you have like hundreds of bucks to pay for real 3D modeler, of course AI sucks. But if you don't have, this is a decent option. Okay, let me close this thing, and yeah, this is a AI stuff integration, which is not officially released, so this is my safeguard if you say, hi, this shit is not working. Okay, so playable bounds, this is your invisible wall, and yeah, you can configure it in any way you want. Why it's here? So actually, if your playable bounds are not following some logic of place or a terrain, you will be clearly seeing this, okay, this is where the world ends, and it will look not good. So you can use this feature to define where your world ends in an invisible way. So you can hack something, you can sculpt the terrain and so on, play with those bounds. And yeah, that's it. That's how you can hack this thing. And background inner, the next bounds thing. So you have a background terrain mesh around your map, right? And with this thing, you can edit how it will be attached to your terrain, right? So what does it mean? First, we can select from which reference we are using it. So for example, from playable bounds, right? And it will be more than 40 meters inside of the map. So it will look like the terrain mesh with satellite imagery is moving on terrain, and then after it, you hit the invisible wall. And the same way you can completely customize it, and so on. Yeah. And the background outer allows you to change this edge if you would like. It's hard to imagine the use case, but I guess it can be. So just keep in mind this feature is here. Okay, the fields and why I was talking about the bounds here. So if you have custom playable playable bounds and background thinner, you probably won't like if your field is unreachable. So you made a field and it lies behind the invisible wall. Yeah, so cut by bounds modifier. So how does it work? So first of all, I will remove the shit because I don't know who the hell created this field, but it's complete mess. Yeah, but I don't have enough fields here. Okay, anyways, so fields, modifiers, cut by bounds, and we select here with which particular bound we will cut them and with which offset. So it depends on how you build your map, but in my scenario, since the background inner is closer to me as a player, I will select background inner, otherwise my field will be under background terrain mesh. And we can select the distance. So this basically will remove all the fields outside. And as I said, it's optional, and the game and the expert can remove it for you and cut them for you. But for better control, I would recommend using the manual approach. So we removed all the fields, right? And now we have 8 fields, and I think some of them are shitty, like this one. Who the hell why it's here? It's not a field. So I just click and delete it. And now we have 6 fields, 1, 2, 3, and they look fine. So what's next we can do with them? I would always recommend using the offset modifier on fields, because fields as the most important component of farming simulator, right? And they should be perfect. And usually it's a pretty standard practice on OSM when the field literally attached to the road polyline without width, so it means that field starts in the middle of the road. So that's why we need offset modifier, which allows us to make them smaller basically. So I will make offset, my fields are smaller, and this way I can see, okay, it's not that close to the road. When I will apply buffer to it, it will look more or less decent. And now I don't know what I can do with this field. I will remove it. The next step is smooth modifier. So it's optional, it depends on how you prefer to play, but I don't like when fields have edges like that. Really, it's weird for me. Like in real world, I don't think that field can be ending exactly on perfect straight edge. So that's why we need to smooth them. Applying modifier smooth, select the distance of rounding and the quality. And that's how we smooth the edges, something like that, more or less fine. I guess it will be easier to work on such fields. So now what? Obviously, if you want to add a field, you can select the field category here, select the draw tool, and draw your field like that. And press space, and here's your field. Yeah, but I think I don't need it here. What else about editing vector features is important here? The cut tool. Why and when we need it? Actually, in many scenarios, but one of the most important ones is when we need to add holes in our fields. So select cut tool, select the mode brush or line. Line is irrelevant here. It's when you want to slice, like drawing a line. I will show it later. And brush shape, circle or square, and we can select the size of it, and complexity. So complexity means something like that, as you can see. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, 20 is, or it's not enough. Yeah, I will increase it, I guess. Complexity 20, right? Yeah. And that's it. So this is how you can click and create a hole in your polygon. But I will Control Z it right now because I don't have anything for that here. And now let me check here. Is it marked fields? Where is fields? Run constructor, memorize the fields. Okay. So once again, always stick to the map checklist. You don't need to follow this order if you don't like it, but it's very helpful. Imagine you could create a map for GTA 5. Well, I'm not a GTA guy, so I played, I don't know, Vice City and all of that, but I don't know if it's possible to create a map for GTA. But if it is, I can add an export for MapToPlay so you can generate a map for GTA. But I'm not sure if it's allowed. Maybe the game is closed and you cannot create the map for it. Okay, so what else? We need to touch the raster layers. So we have this button here, new layer. It has some stuff and some other games. Sorry, some other games. Oh my god, sorry. I hope that YouTube will not ban me for that. Okay, the farmlands raster. Let's create it. And right now, the MapToPlay allows you to work with raster images like in Photoshop. You can simply paint it in any way you want, like select paint. Let me check the size. Size is too small, and literally paint it in any way you want. So yeah, you can, if you need something to paint, like farmland 100 will be here, and you want to do it manually, you can do it. But I'm too lazy, that's why I'm adding all these modifiers, and I can use the automatic approach. I will use first go into checklist, and here it says numerize the fields. So what does it mean? Once again, it's optional, but I usually prefer when my map has fields numbered nicely from top left corner to bottom right corner, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not some random shit from OSM. So we can apply modifier numerize, and we select where it will start, like top left row by row, from which value it starts and with which step. Euro Truck Simulator, yeah, it's kind of impossible. I mean, Euro Truck Simulator, it's basically about kilometers of stuff, but at the same time, it's collapsed. So I don't know how to use MapToPlay tag to create what ETS has. So, I mean, ETS works basically. This road in real life is 100 kilometers, but in game it will be 2. So I have no idea how to make it in a meaningful way. And the second part is ETS is mostly about roads, and not like only the roads that I just released yesterday, but it's about this huge stuff where you need to create this model for Wix in Blender, or I don't know, in Houdini or whatever. So it's really hard for me to imagine how you can use MapToPlay to generate stuff for ETS. But I was thinking a lot about it because I like ETS. Anyways, so we apply numerize to fields, and what just happened? Each feature in MapToPlay, each polygon, each line has attributes. By default, it's empty if it didn't come from OSM, but Right now we just applied numeric stuff for each field. So this is field number 2, this is field number 3, and so on. And with this knowledge, we now can paint our farmlands raster with it. So we will use rasterize. We select fields. We select the value. This one, it doesn't matter. You can use anything, like it doesn't matter how it's named. And offset. So what offset means here? It's important. I usually making farmlands bigger than the fields, because sometimes, I don't know it's fixed or not in Farming Simulator, but I remember then when the farmland was matching the field exactly, you can eventually hit the problem when you on the very edge of the field, for instance, it's not your field. And I was like, what the hell? It's my field. I assume it can be related to the scenarios where the attachment is big and your tractor already outside of the farmland and it stops working. So yeah, offset should be there. Fill polygon holes. I usually use this feature because if you have holes in your field, you probably want them to be your land. Otherwise, if you uncheck it, those holes inside your fields will not be in your farmland, which is not good. But maybe it's fine. I don't know. Anyway, and only empty pixels. It's for scenario when you want to rasterize the farmlands twice. Why the hell you want to rasterize the farmlands twice? For example, for forests, you don't want to go and paint each forest to be available to buy. So you can rasterize fields and then rasterize forests. And in this scenario, you will not override them, but you will have all of them with continuous value. Okay, so we going to rasterize them, and we can see our farmlands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And we can go here and we can change the color map if it's fine or not. And that's pretty much it what we can do with farmlands. Yeah, so I will hide the layer. Sorry if this has already been asked, but can you make a map of a 3K area but have it scaled down to fit? Yes, you can. So when you creating your map here, you can use presets like this one, or you can edit it manually. So you just make like 3000 and so on, and here I don't know, I don't know, like 6000. And then when you export, when you will be exporting it, you can select how it will be exported, what size will it have, and it will be scaled. But you should be aware that it will apply scale to everything, like to roads, to fields, and distances become smaller and so on. And the high scale value may produce unusual results, I would say. Okay, our farmlands are here. What else? So numerize the fields. We numerize the fields. Rasterize the fields. Great. Do we need foliage now? No, we do not need foliage. Okay, let's go to the road stuff. But I will take a short break for 2 minutes. Sorry guys, and we'll come back shortly. Okay, so I'm back, and let's now work with roads, with electricity, and with decorations at the same time. So the road stuff, uh, same idea here. We select the layer, we select the category, and we can draw anything like something like that, blah blah blah. This is my road. So yeah, it's obviously will look bad if we will apply mesh to it with this geometry, and we can use the refine modifier to make it smoother, something like that. And it's not like super perfect, but you see the idea, so it's smooth right now. And now I can select it, and to do anything with it, I once again need a buffer modifier to be applied, because it basically does not have width right now. So I will buffer it. I will use something like 5 meters, and once again, buffer means one size, so the road will be 10 meters because buffer applies to each side of the polyline. And this is my buffered polyline, which I can turn into road right now. So let's do it. Select the road, go to the roads collection. You can, I see there's some user selected. Sorry, what? Sorry, my kid is here. And now we can use the road constructor. Here we can adjust everything, and yeah, first of all, the texture that you have in your road collection. So you can go here to collections, select the appropriate game. Here is a default collection, this one. So all the textures that are here can be used, and you can create your custom collection. And I see there's some with 3 likes already, but it's the same. Y dashed, Y pedestrian. Okay, I don't see what exactly different here from the default one, but that's the thing. We select the base texture, then we select number of lanes. So for example, if my road is 10 meters, I would probably have 2 lanes. Then we can define direction for each lane, but it actually doesn't matter right now because you can change it at any time simply by clicking on the road. I will show you it later. And yeah, MapToPlay saves your presets that you applied last time. So right now you see already configured road, but actually you can click on each element here. So in your scenario, you will be having just plus here. Nothing here will appear one before you apply it. Once you apply it, it will be saved, and next time it will try to use the same thing. So here you can select gutter on each side, curb on each side, sidewalk, curb, and so on. And you can select the texture available from road collection, adjust width, lift, and so on. It's everything is configurable here on each side. But I guess you got the idea. Just select a texture, you adjust the sizes and so on, and at the end you just need to click the apply to road. Then you wait a little bit unless sorry, I hide the vectors. Then you wait a little bit until the mesh will be loaded to your GPU, and now we have the road. I will hide the vectors, and I can see the mesh. I just clicked P, first person mode, so I can go walk and see how it looks like. One important detail here, so you can see it's pretty shitty texture here, right? So UVs are very simple, no sections. That's the editor preview. On export it will be textured correctly, it will have the I know the parts, but we don't need to load your browser higher, because I can say any value of hardcore UV mapping here in the editor just for preview. so this is our road, and of course, the interesting part happens when we talk about junctions. But before that, I have dedicated road tool here, so you can enable it, and you will see some useful stuff. As I said, you can edit direction of your road for each lane, like this. So once you applied it, you can adjust it at any time. And we have slots, so this blue selectable polygons that you can choose, and you will see the slots here. So this is where you can adjust the textures from your currently selected road collection. You can upload your own textures on decals, because to be honest, all these decals I made it by myself in Photoshop, and I'm really bad in art, you know. So it was hard for me because I didn't found good looking decal collections that can be used for free without any licensing crap. So here, obviously, you can select different stuff, but in my scenario, I will only apply this one. And so the difference between two types of slots. This is for decals, the rectangles, and the circles are for road furniture collection. So here we can, and yeah, I will definitely add search bar here because sometimes it's not easy to find the needed thing. So for example, you can add this sign here, right? You can click on it, and if needed, you can adjust it, right? But by default, it should be applied automatically by understanding in which direction it should look. So yeah, but in some scenarios you might need to turn it, move it. If you need, you can move it. So and it will be saved in this way. So for road endings, it's pretty much it. So the junctions. So to have a junction, we need at least two roads, right? I will select the primary roads once again here, and you can select any category just for me because I don't have anything here, and I will enable vector overlay here and try to do something like that. Then I connect it to this road. It's important so they not overlap like that for better connection. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. The same approach, we need to buffer it. Yeah, so vectors and the same thing here. Let's apply refine modifier, and yeah, applied, and now we can create the mesh for it, road constructor, and once again it will be saving your the setup that you were using earlier, so you can apply to road, and that's it. So if we select the road right now, we will have it like that, and we can adjust road direction. So yeah, something like that. And once you have enabled the road tool, you can see the intersections, right? So this is the intersection, you can click on it when road tool is selected, and you will see all these slots, decals basically, and you can click on each slot like this one, add pedestrian crossing here, stop line, give way sign or whatever, and something like that. So yeah, you can apply decals on each slot. And you have the same slots for signs here. I don't know what we have here, something like that. Yeah, it's incorrect, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You got the idea. And you can use all the slots. You can move the signs, of course, if the slot is not good enough and you, I don't know, want it to be here. Okay, it's fine. You can place it wherever you want, just for convenience, like suggested placement. And what else? The road styling, the connector styling. So here you click on this thing. I need to improve visuals here. But basically, what you can do here is to use styling for smooth or straight connectors. And it depends on on the geometry, right? And maybe later I will add some, how to say it, some radius, like, so you can make it more smooth and so on. So this is what about junctions. Let's create a roundabout, since everyone loves roundabouts for some reason. And these days it's easier to create it. So I selected draw tool, selected category, and I will just do something like that. It's awful, right? And this is interconnected polyline. It's not a polygon. It's important one, because polygon cannot be a road, right? And it's ugly as hell, so I can go to transform tool and click to circle, and that's it. And this way I can create a perfectly looking circle. And the same way I can click on it, and I can, but before that, so some new tools that I added are in transform, move, rotate. So for example, if you want to move your beautiful circles somewhere, you can do it like that. And once again, you can resize it. And if you where is this? You can also rotate, but you cannot rotate the circle. Okay. I mean, you can, but it effectively no effect on it. So the same way we need to apply buffer. And once we have buffered polyline, we can use the road constructor. Can you change the size width of the road after putting it down on the map? I think yes. I didn't try it, but let's check what will happen. I think that it might affect the junction, but let's check, because buffer modifier is persistent one. So let's change it to 4 meters and let's see how it will collapse. It's not bad. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's working for some reason. I didn't test it, but it's working for some reason. Great. Yeah, road constructor, same way. You configure all the stuff here, apply, and it's here. And the same way, you enable road tool. You see the directions. You can change them, right? Right? Yeah. And what else? Yeah, and obviously we can create junctions with roundabout. Once again, we need roads. Select where we want to put it. Select the draw tool and do something like that. Let me enable vector overlay. Great. And once again, select buffer, select size for the buffer, and apply road constructor. If you're working with exactly same styling for your roads, you basically click apply, and that's it. And this is our... Oh, I forgot to refine it. Yeah, it's not smooth. Or refine it. Yeah, this one. And this is exactly the same intersection here. We can select it. It should be going to the different size, I guess, right? Yeah. Okay. And here also, like that. So the same stuff here. Slots for decals, slots for road signs and whatever else. Yeah, it's pretty much it. And if you want to, I don't know, add forest or something like that, it's basically as any other place, right? So you can select it, you can create oh sorry, I created a polyline instead of a polygon. So create a polygon, select it, turn it to a circle, then you can adjust its position, where is resize, and so on, something like that. And once again, you can use the object distribution modifier, where it is object distribution, spacing can be smaller here, jitter, I don't know, can be smaller, I guess, too. This one we can reduce, and this is how my trees will be placed here. If you want them to be more organized, you can reduce the jitter and so on, and go to trees collection, blah blah blah, and the same way as earlier. And if you want to add some flowers here, welcome to the foliage raster that will be used later. Okay, so what else cool we can do when we have our roads? Before we dive into islands, I want to show you some stuff. I guess I'm not the only one with crappy OSM data where I don't have any poles, I don't have any electricity, nothing. So usually I need to add them manually, fully manually. So this is how you can hack the system without doing it manually. Like completely placing each pole. So select the polyline, this is my road, and imagine I want to place power poles, right? So what I can do with it? I need a special modifier that's called line companion. So it's basically will create very similar polyline on the side of the selected polyline. Why I'm saying very similar? Because when your polyline is curving, that companion on the distance, it's not the same geometry. It's a little bit different, and this modifier knows about it. So we select our parallel line, we select the side, and actually when we're working with rasters, with polylines, they always have directions. It's in most scenarios it doesn't matter for you, but keep in mind that when you draw in polylines, they have directions, right? Loving the progress of the new MapToPlay. I'm not real tried it yet, holding off for the time, but loving this. Thank you for your support, thank you for your kind words, and I hope that you will have the time to test all the stuff, but maybe when you try it later, it has more stuff, so you will be, it will be easier for you not to edit later, but have more from the very beginning. So we select the distance. For example, in my scenario, I would say I have 5 meters roads and I have curbs and sidewalks, so I would say 7.5 meters, and I select what I'm creating, right? And I will create electricity, and it will be a minor power line. And that's it. So I just click a button, and as you can see, I created a polyline, and it's definitely too small distance because it's on the curve basically. So I pressed Ctrl Z, and I will use, I don't know, like 8.5 meters. Yeah, now it looks better. So now I have a polyline, and it basically represents the power line where it should be, but I do not have poles here, right? So I go to electricity, and I will select power lines minor. This is my beautiful polyline, and as you can see, when I was saying that the companion is not exactly the same geometry, copy pasted, you can see it clearly here, right? Because it has different radius of curvature here. So now we need to place poles, and we won't be doing it manually, of course. We go to modifiers once again, add key points. So basically, this modifier allows you to select a polyline and put points on it with a distance, with some sort of a rule, I would say. So I would say every 20 meters sounds okay. Yeah, we can ask GPT about how usually what's the usual distance between power poles, and we select where we put them. So in my scenario, I will put them into poles and click apply, right? So this is points where I can apply poles, and so in my scenario, this this point not falling into the road, right? But it can, and in such a scenario, you simply select it and drag it wherever it should be. And once I have poles, points for poles, I simply go to this thing, select poles, go to electricity, and select the available power pole, and apply. And that's it. So this is my power poles. I can go to the first person mode, see how it looks. Yeah, it's positioned nicely. I like the results. Cool. Yeah, so I can review it. I can adjust it. I can rotate them if I need, move them, and so on. So yeah, it's pretty much this it as any other collection and vector stuff. But also we can use it for different stuff, right? We can create another one, right? We go to line companion and put it on the left side, and it doesn't really matter, but okay, lights residential. I will create another polyline on the other side. Go here to the electricity, or I can click it here. Right? Actually, I don't need to select layer. I can simply click and it will go move me where I need. And once again, add key points every 20 meters and lights residential, right? Lights residential, right? Yeah. And if I don't need this line anymore, I can safely remove it. Because for power lines, the polyline is important. If you remove it from here, the power line disappear, because this defines how they connected. So when we're talking about electricity, power lines, power towers should be connected with appropriate polyline. Otherwise, the game the platform doesn't know how it should connect them, right? But if we are talking about some lights, we don't need them to connect, and we simply go to electricity, select lights residential, select what we prefer, I don't know, this one, and click, and that's it. And of course, you can click on it, you can move it, if you need, rotate it, and blah blah blah, as usual. So you can move everything and rotate and all the models in MapToPlay. Yeah, so that's what about electricity stuff, right? Okay, just in case, I will show you how to create power towers, but it's exactly the same, but it doesn't matter. Power lines. So power lines mine are for power poles and power lines for power towers. Draw something, blah blah blah, I don't know. And we can create, once again, we open it, we need to place key points, but for power towers, I guess it's more, I don't know, maybe 100 meters, I'm not sure, and tower. Yeah, but tower, how many towers have I added? Okay. They're here, right? Okay. I just think that I maybe made too small polyline for it. So once again, tower, where it is? Electricity, where it is? Here. Apply, and that's it. So this is the power. It looks like 100 meters is not enough, right? I'm not sure. At any time, once again, switch to first-person mode and check how it looks. Sometimes it's really powerful. I've added this first-person mode not just for fun, because for me sometimes it's really helpful to overview how it will look like, right? So you just go here, okay, it looks good, right? And the spacing, the distance for trees, blah blah blah. So I usually use this feature quite a lot. Okay, and now the islands. It's a lot of stuff to talk about it. So let me go to the roads, primary roads, draw something, I don't know, something like that. Oh shit, there is different polyline here. I removed overlay of vectors and never mind. So this is my polyline. Let's once again refine it. And we need to apply buffer to it the same way. We need to apply road collections for it in the same way. And yeah, let me switch to the road tool. The correct direction would be the opposite one, right? Yeah, so I have my road. How to hello, happy Saturday. I've been watching some of your videos. I want to try and make a map. Or is in Norway? I'm from Norway. Okay. It's an interesting addition. Like, I want to make a map in Norway. I'm from Norway. It's interesting because I realized that people in 95% of scenarios creating maps in their country or in their hometown, like, for obvious reasons. Yeah, so I hope that it will be useful for you. It will help to you create your map. And earlier there was a guy here from Norway as well. So how to create a road? It's a bad scenario because I keep creating roads with two lines because I'm too lazy to move to do something different. So let me create it like bigger one, right? So oh my god, where I applied the buffer, I applied to a different road somewhere. Yeah, I applied it to this road. Oh shit. I selected a different polyline, but anyways, it's updated automatically. Cool. I did not test this. Yeah, roads. I added it and categorized. Anyways, let's apply buffer. And let's make 4 lanes here, actually. It's basically the same. You select all the stuff, you select the directions, blah blah blah. Oh shit, I think I need to reapply it because I forgot to add decals here. So here we have solid line, here we have dashed line, right? White dashed line, and here we have solid line, right? White solid line, outer curve, blah 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 blah. Okay, now it looks correct, right? Yeah, cool. Now let's refine it because it's not smooth enough. Cool. Now it looks better. Once again, we can go to the roads tool to adjust the direction. So in my scenario, it should be like that, right? So those directions are important because from this information, the export will generate AI traffic. So do not ignore them. Yeah, I have to learn Maps4FS. Yeah, it was called Maps4FS. Yeah, you're right. Properly, I have a user there at last. I'm not sure I'm following what means user there at last. But anyways, in my opinion, Maps4FS was not bad tool, but when I started to creating maps like a lot, like this, I was like roughly making 1 map per day. I started to hate Maps4FS. Really, it's not a joke. I'm completely honest here because every time you need to go to edit this OSM, click a button, wait, open in Giants editor, verify. It was taking so much time, so I literally started to hate it, and then I stopped, and it's like, it's not going anywhere. It was fine when it was automatically generated forest, but then I added buildings, and it's now a complete mess. It's too much. It's impossible to use Maps for FS as a black box when you have so many features that must be interactive. How the hell you can configure the roads when you do not have interactive editor? I can't even imagine it. Yeah, I have an account logged in, but I guess I have to watch the stream from the start. I want to manage making some maps for real. Oh yeah, yeah, I understand that it's pretty, I would say the editor is pretty feature rich. It's a lot of things here, and yeah, sometimes it's better to see and learn. Okay, enough talking. We can select this thing here, select to place some signs. I don't know. Obviously, it's not roundabout, but doesn't matter. Okay, and now the road island. So you select the road tool, and you simply click between the lanes where you want to add it. Right? That's it. So you have 2 points, and you have this button, Island Constructor. That's it. You can select any place you want. And then you create Island Constructor and have the same view here. Play phase 22. Oh, okay. It's good that I added 22 to MapToPlay because it wasn't in Maps for FS. I mean, it was, but it was generating only terrain and textures and nothing more. So Island Constructor has a lot of settings, and the most important one it's how the endings will look and how we fill it. So for example, we can fill it with mesh with this texture, right? And once again, it's coming from your road collection. And we can select empty. It can be useful if you want to your island to have trees or foliage. I mean flowers. Sorry for this farming simulator speech. So and then we defined the minimum width and the maximum width. I hope it's pretty obvious what does it mean, because island is like lawn. It can have different shapes, so you select from which width it starts. So for example, from 2 meters, and how wide it should be. So like, I don't know, 8 meters, starting from 2, and here we select expand road. So what does it mean? If you want your island to not affect the road width at all, do not turn it on. It can be applied, you know, to this small safety islands. But if it's big enough, we need to expand the road. So now expansion transition is basically how smooth the transition with expanding will be. And then we define how the endings of the beginning and the end of the island will look. So flat, it's basically a rectangle, you know, and narrow, it's trying to be like triangle, and straight and smooth, once again, it's how the edges will look. So you can define it how it looks. And the expansion marker, it's basically, do you want to add hatchet thing or not? I will show you, it will be better on examples. And same way we can add all this sort of stuff here, like outer gutter, like carp, sidewalk, blah blah blah, everything. So I will not and once again, they're all configurable, all the sizes. I made them too small right now, but it doesn't matter. So this is the hatchet expansion. If you will not enable it, the straight line will be here, and that's it. So it's empty inside, and I assume it may not be that obvious how to add trees here, so I will just show you. it's basically how you add trees anywhere else. So here you probably would like to add a polyline. Then once again, object distribution modifier with 0 jitter, spacing, I don't know, 3 meters. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, with my config, I will have 3 trees here. So blah blah blah. Select. That's it. The distance was too small for those big trees, but doesn't matter. So if you go to the road tool once again, you have new clickable stuff here, right? I want to sorry, I want to hide the trees right now. Forest. Can I do it? No, the models will not disappear. So I think I will just remove this stuff. I don't want the trees here. I just showing you how it looks like. So the same stuff, slots. So you can use the pedestrian crossing here if you want. Blah blah blah. So all the same stuff that I just shown you on junctions works with the same idea here. And the slots are also the same. So you can, I don't know, select it here, put the road sign. I don't know. It's incorrect, the road sign, but it doesn't matter. I'm just showing you the idea, right? And from both sides you can configure it. So once again, you can click on it, you can move it wherever you want, and blah blah blah. So let's create one more. Let's create a new road, or maybe I'm not sure if I have enough place here. But I can simply extend it, right? Right. Sure. So I will just move this line here, and yeah, now I have enough place. But I think I just saw a bug here when the position of the island was relative and it was updated with that. I need to fix it. Anyways, so I can go to the road constructor again, island constructor, and now let's use with the mesh inside. What else here? Flat and straight, flat and straight, just to show you how it looks in a different way. Yeah, and we can configure it only with a gutter and only with a curb, right? I think it's okay. And minimum width, once again, I don't know, like, yeah, we can, but it's not the good case actually. Anyways, right, it's too big. Let's make it more narrow, right? Because I will not use the expansion. And let's make it straight 2 meters, or maybe even smaller. No, 2 meters is enough. Yeah. So I guess the mesh needs some time to update. Yeah. So as you can see, the road was not expanded here, right? So if you want to add something small, you can use this approach, and your road will not be expanded like that. And once again, first-person mode. Go and check how it looks like. This is our curb, this is our gutter, this is our mesh inside, blah blah blah, and so on. Once again, road tool, and all the slots are here. You can add signs, you can add decals, and so on. What else can be useful here? You can easily apply this to your entire road if you want. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's relevant, but let's once again, I will not apply it here right now. But when you're creating, you can click this button, use the fill road length. So it's for scenarios where your entire road has an island, like with trees. It's pretty common, I think I would say. Okay, so we did this stuff. Let me go to the checklist actually. So here's a checklist, what we did. Decoration. Oh, right, decorations. I forgot about them. And road beds. Yeah, so road beds are important. I will show you in a sec what. Do I have a road here? Yeah. So why road? I will hide meshes. I will hide stuff, and this is a road here, right? But it's on a slope of this hill. And if I will simply use it as is, it will provide me an ugly road with a slope. So I need to select my road, this one, and I guess this one. So yeah, I will apply a buffer here. 2 meters is too much here, all right? This one and this one. If I will use the road as this, I will have this ugly slope, and it will be problematic stuff. So that's why we need road beds. It's a pretty simple modifier for terrain. You select the feature; it should have a buffer, and then you use road bed. And it will change the terrain under it, so it will be flat and straight, right? And it's important on such slopes, and it's important on climbs as well, especially when those climbs are with a curve. So you will see the idea, right? So I can hide it, and you can see, right, how the terrain was modified. It can be really important. And there is one more life hack I can show you with this stuff. I will hope it. Yeah, it's not a good place. Okay. So as you can see, I have a ditch here, right? Created earlier. But there's a road, and I can use this road with a buffer smaller. I think it's 3 meters or something. And I can apply road bed modifier to it. Where is road bed modifier? To wait, do I apply it to? Okay, I hope so. So that's the idea. I hope you got what I just did. So there was a hole, a ditch crossing my road in terrain, and I used road bed to lift it up. Okay, automatically. So my road is now safe from ditch. And the same way we can apply to it, because this is the most problematic place. This is my map, actually. This is a place where I've created map like for I don't know how many years. I'm making this map for 2 years. And my making is like, okay, I did some stuff in MapToPlay on MapToPlay. Now let's create it, export, start playing. Oh shit, it's better. It can be better here. Yeah. Throw the map in the trash bin and add a feature to MapToPlay and export again, something like that. And this is the particular place that I hate the most, because it's curve on a hill with a shitty terrain data. So we can use the road bed modifier here to fix our terrain under our roads. And that's pretty much what this modifier does. So we can hide the enable first person mode, hide the vector data. This is our AI generated building here. And yeah, so this is how it looks like. And as you can see, the terrain looks okay. And it will be important if we will use the road meshes here. What map you're making? What part of what country? So it's Serbia, near Novi Sad. It's Titelski Breg. Basically a plateau on a very plain geographical place, I would say. So it's basically a huge plateau, and everything outside is completely flat. Yeah, and the guys who are using MapToPlay like, I don't know, 1.5 years ago, there was a default coordinates pointing to exactly this place where I'm making the map. and everyone who opening maps 5s saw that place. So road beds, done. Decorations, okay, road beds I will click. Foliage, paint lock, blah blah blah. Okay, decorations, they're pretty simple. There are two types of decorations right now. One is where is it's fences, and one are rocks. So fences, I do not have anything here, and yeah, so we can draw something like that. I don't know. And for fences, we need a polyline. You can close it if you want, or you can leave it as a polyline. But if we are talking about, I don't know, closed region entirely with fences, you need polyline, not a polygon, of course. But just to remind you, and that's it. And if we want our fences to have a gate, we need to add a gate where it should be. So just add a point and move it here. So now we have a polyline with a point, or with several points. We can add multiple gates, but it doesn't matter. So we simply select this polyline like that and go to decorations collections. Here we select fences. It's already selected. We can select, I don't know, something like that. It shows you available panels, poles. It can be multiple. You can select which gate will be applied. I don't know, for example, this one. And then you click apply. That's it. And instantly go to first person mode and see how it looks. Okay. It should be more or less fine in most scenarios. If something is not right here, you can click on any panel, move it, rotate it, blah blah blah, on any how it's on any pole. So it's up to you what to do with this. I just Control Z to let me Control Y it back. Okay. What else? The rocks. I will probably extend the decorations, but I just was thinking about, decorations. It's exactly the place where you start thinking, does it make sense to add it as procedural part, or it's already craft inside? So yeah, I just wanted fences because for me it's hard to place them. Like I know that there is a tool to make it faster in Giants Editor, but still, for me, in MapToPlay, it's like 20 times faster. So that's why it's here. Now the decorations and 4 rocks. And here we have 2 options, actually. Like separate rock as a point, where you can simply select the point and select what you want to be here. I don't know, like this. And once again, you can click, rotate, move it, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. And then we need also, we can create procedural feeling with some rocks if you want. Once again, rocks, create some polygon, right? And once again, our favorite object distribution modifier. Let's increase the values and apply. So this is where they will be placed. No, I don't like it. The jitter is too small and no randomness enough. So we select the polygon, we select what we want to place here, and it's placing. And once again, click, rotate, move, blah blah blah. So that's it. Checklist, decorations. It was automatically checked. Okay, cool. And now the foliage. So foliage is a raster layer. It's not like MapToPlay invented it. I basically trying to reproduce the same what game uses. So in game it's raster image. So in platform it's also raster image. New layer, foliage, create. That's it. So what we can do here, in foliage. First of all, we go to foliage here and click apply. This way, the tool will know what you want to paint, because there's a there's entire logic how the game transforms pixel values to foliage. When you make a river and put it in giants and start playing, it's impossible to take water for the fields and the vehicles don't sink. I think I know why, because and I will check it later. So the thing is, I think it's exactly the same problem that I had with roads, which did not have collision, because I didn't use, I forgot actually to use the proprietary giants converter for meshes, and they were perfectly fine in the meaning of it was exactly 1-to-1 of what built-in stuff giants have. I mean, I checked everything, no errors, no warnings, nothing. And then I started digging, and I finally found that when you apply that converter, the collision is there without any errors, without warnings, nothing. It was like I spent some time understanding why the hell. Anyways, let's go to foliage. So when you paint, when you apply the collection, you can paint not like with some weird pixel value, but you just select the real flowers and apply. And yeah, it looks some sort of weird in this view, because it shows pixel values, but you can switch to the texture. So this is the texture. Yeah, to show you case I need to disable it. So this is just like a texture preview. You can see how it looks. And if you enable it, you can put yourself to the player position and see those beautiful flowers here, right? So yeah, this is how you can create stuff, right? So you can select paint, select whatever flower you prefer. What we have here? I don't know, like this one, and see the preview. Nice, beautiful. Okay. But of course, for me as a lazy person, I do not like to craft things manually. So let's go to our checklist once again. So add foliage layer, add paint lock mask to the foliage. So what? But actually, the paint lock mask is important one, even if you do not apply procedural filling. Let's enable vectors store, and let's go to, I don't know, let's go to the field somewhere here, right? It's too many stuff here. Anyways, so paint lock mask modifier. Why we need it? We obviously do not want foliage on fields. I mean, I like decorative foliage when I'm not talking about like a rye or whatever. And that's the modifier that we need to avoid painting the place where we do not want to paint. So we click enable paint lock mask. We can exclude or include empty regions. Buildings, we do not want to grass under buildings. Decorations, it doesn't matter actually. Fields, definitely. In forest I usually allow it. Ground textures does not make any difference in such scenarios, so we can paint them. Land use also. Roads definitely not, and water definitely not. So click and that's it. So it will protect your stuff from painting. And then fill raster is basically simple enough. You select where is this? Grass small, I forgot where is it. Grass. It's middle, yeah. Grass small. Only allow it means that we use the paint lock mask. Otherwise it will paint everywhere. We can select the expand value for paint lock max, like do not paint in 2 meters close to my field. Sometimes it can be useful. Noise and organic fill. So noise will add random plants and organic fill will create random islands. Okay. Fill raster, wait a little bit. And yeah, so here it is. So we have a texture, we have a foliage, we can go to our third person view, we can check how it looks, blah blah blah. We can configure how close you see the stuff, how many models you can see, and so on. So yeah, this way we see the island. So this is organic fill. This is the noise. Those dots are noise. We can go see how it looks, blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. But I put the really hardcore value here in the meaning of showing almost 100,000 of meshes. So yeah, and we can hide it now and see the meshes. You can disable it or make the value smaller. It depends on your hardware mostly. Yeah, so checklist, blah blah blah. Add the markers. Oh right, the last step. So it's optional once again. So in game you have like vehicle shop, player spawn, and so on. We can add those markers and have them as those circles levitating here. And the useful thing here is a highlight feature. So when you select something, you will see it with this pillar. And we can, this is a career starting point. I'm sure everyone knows what it is in Farming Simulator here. So we can just move it where, I don't know, here. Oh, sorry. And the same way goes for vehicle shop, blah blah blah, but I will not do it because for me it sounds fine, looks fine to have them there. And yeah, ready for export, I guess, right? So we have all the stuff here. We have AI generated model, we have roads, we have electricity. Yeah, it's all look like shit because I put it completely random, but anyways, my goal was to show you how to use these features, not how to create a perfectly working map. Yeah, someone replied to me in forum. And now it's time to export the map. And it will suggest the size depending on the what you have here. And that's pretty much it. We need just to wait. I will mute myself for 1 minute, I guess, because I'm not sure what about with Q here. Okay, and while we are waiting for export, I would say a couple of words about the export procedure, because it can be important. Some guy on Discord some time ago asked me about why packing the map takes some time, right? Because right now it's, I would say it will be 3 or 5 minutes, but it depends on the map size and all of that. And I want to answer this question in the meaning of there's a lot of stuff happening. It's not like pack your map. It's basically assemble terrain, insert everything in i3D file, build all the meshes, resize them, and so on. There's a lot of stuff happening. And actually, when we using custom assets like generated with Meshy just today, it will convert it on the fly to the format that Giants Editor can solve, and it will build the roads from the metadata. It's not like we just taking stuff from editor and that's it. It's literally rebuilding everything that you can see in the editor, because they work with same metadata but they're completely different. You cannot render Giants Editor in browser, and you cannot put the stuff from your browser to Giants Editor. So it's really, literally generating meshes of all of that, right? And creates raster, paints them. There's a lot of stuff happening there. And as you can see, it's converting my asset right now that I created here, this one, from Meshy. And yeah, where is project backup? Huh? Okay. It's my backup I made recently. So yeah, it can take some time depending on the map size and amount of features you have there. On the roads, it needs to build everything, pack them it correctly, convert, and all of that. So yeah, just be patient and so on. If we were talking about packing an archive, it would be much easier, but unfortunately it's not how the world works. And because the final step is actually packing the map in archive, that works like in 3 seconds or something. Yeah. So I need to open the downloads. It's a SnowRunner export, doesn't matter. Once I have the export, I just click the download. It will live in my exports here. I can download it later, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's pretty heavy export because it has custom model and some road stuff. I'm not sure if my shitty roads would be able to generate AI traffic because they're completely random, not connected, and so on. But maybe they will. So we unpacking the export. It's pretty easy operation. But the opposite is much more harder. We go to map i3D and double click and open it Giants Editor. Remember that for FAS22 you need Giants Editor 9, and for FAS25 you need Giants Editor 10, and you cannot open in different one. I mean, you can try, but it will produce some very weird stuff. And now let's just wait. Okay, I was thinking that I will be faster, but I hope that it was more useful. I'm as usual thinking, okay, I will cover everything. Oh, I have missing ref for some reason. For what? Sorry, what is it? And what was here? Oh, missing ref for racks. Okay, some of the racks are missing. Doesn't matter. We'll check it later. Okay. So roads are here, poles are here. What else? This thing is here. The island is here, the foliage is here, the fields are here. Let's repaint them. The building is this one, and this is building generated with AI today. So it looks pretty good. I mean, right? Not bad, at least. So the water, the background terrain, what is here? It's our background trees, billboard ones. So what's outside looks like that. They're generated on the fly. There's a default buildings I place, the grade modifier. This is a road bed modifier here, right? So our road is straight and plain. So right now let's check the farmlands. What is here? Info layer farmlands. Yeah, everything is fine. And now let's go to script, share scripts, map, terrain, map toolkit. It takes some time to load it. Okay. Fields, repaint all fields. The values will be updated, blah blah. So everything seems to be fine now. Cool. Now we need to open this thing again. Maybe I shouldn't have closed it in first place, but never mind. What we have here is, yeah, update map collision layers. Yep, and finally save. Yeah, it's ready. We can close it. Now, important part, how to pack it properly. If you will pack it like this one, including root folder, it will not work. You need to go inside, select everything, and pack it like this one. Yeah. Now the naming of the archive should be starting from FAS game version. So for me, it's FAS 25, raw test, blah blah blah, or I don't know. It doesn't matter. Or something. No, like stream. And move it to your mods folder. I'm pretty sure you know where it is. And just copy it here and Steam. And you can also verify it, like you can open it like this, and if you don't see the extra folder and if mod desk XML file is here, you can, the mod is packed correctly. If you see folder, that means you packed it in the wrong way. Farming simulator, play, blah blah. And once again, while we're here, units, I used one for export, and it says that this one unit will be returned to me in 50 minutes. So if I don't have enough limits to export or to launch tasks, I just wait until they're replenished, and I can click here and see when it will be ready. I'm not sure about missing ref, so yeah, I will fix it, but I'm not sure if the game will work fine if I left the stuff there like that. Never mind. Okay, we'll see right now. Okay, career. This one. Yeah, I will disable everything and open the console. Just to see if I have warnings or errors or anything like that I should be aware of. So this one, it doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter at all. Huh? I think I just hanged or not. Where is the sound? Oh, yeah, I hanged or not. Oh no, it's just a pause. And Have you done anything with railroads? Not yet. Not yet. But yeah, it's in my plans. Actually, the next content pack for FS will be called Concrete and Steel, and it should have bridges and railroads. Right now, the current problem with railroads for me. Oh, fuck! This is different map. Really? Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. This. Yeah, the problem for me is I have a lot of test maps in my folder, so I just launched the earlier one. It doesn't matter, so it also has roads, fields, electricity, and so on. Yeah, so never mind. It doesn't matter which one map I opened. The core idea was just to show you how you can correctly pack the map. And there's the cars moving, so I will hit Alt F4, Alt F4, sorry, and finish with it, because I'm already kind of tired. So, where is ending camp? So, I think I've shown all the important stuff, all the new features and so on. And yeah, obviously I will create tutorial videos, shorter ones, but it's hard for me to, manage the time because I need to develop, to fix, to create streams, to blah blah blah, update docs and so on. So videos I usually have lower priority for me. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope it will be useful for you, and I hope you don't have any questions, and the checklist in editor will help you to understand. And welcome all to forum, welcome all to Discord and so on, and have a great Sunday or weekend. So anyways, thank you for watching, and thank you for using MapToPlay. Cheers guys, bye bye. Thank you for doing stream. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm still there. Oh, yeah. Right now, I just wanna sleep. Yeah. Yeah, imagine what my wife thinks about developing me all the time. I actually been developing maps for FS for 2.5 years, and then MapToPlay even more development. Yeah, I know that wife stuff actually.